Okay folks, I found this in the grass at my work. I do think a lawnmower must have chewed it up and spat it out because it looks really badly damaged, and I think a lawnmower blade might have indeed got mangled in the process. Let's see how we go with this. Yeah, this is the second piece of something I found at work that's been mangled by a lawnmower, or I suspect that's what's happened. Let's see how we go. Gonna leave it like that. Okay, let's see what this is. It is, you can see it's been chewed up really badly. It's an LED light fitting, I think, a fixture. There would be a light fitting, and not just a globe, but an actual light fitting. I know a lot of people who love to collect. I know there's a lot of people out there who like to collect lighting equipment, like street lights and fluorescent tubes and fluorescent fittings and shit, and they hate LED. They hate the progress that LED. I understand, because when you're talking replacements for fluorescent type globes and tubes, it's all plasticky. Like they're really loaded with plastic. I must say I hate plastic, folks. And I also don't like the LED replacements for neon lights, because they're again made out of glass tubing and all that, and there's nothing like a real neon light. And don't get me wrong, I know the LED ones have their advantages, but it's not the same. And I do love LEDs as well. I do like Christmas lights, and I do appreciate a lot of LED products, flashing lights and chasing ones. But I do like real neon, real tubes, real gas, but I know that the fluorescent tubes and the fluorescent globes are being banned or being phased out, because they actually do contain mercury, and mercury is highly toxic, and if you break a globe or break a tube, you fucking could get sick, from the mercury poisoning. So I can see why they're being phased out, but I know there's a lot of resistance against this process by the people that love to collect lights, and who love there's nothing to these people, folks, there's nothing like the hum of a ballast, a fluorescent light ballast. And some of these enthusiasts really love the sound of ballasts that are really noisy, like real humming away, real noisy, vibrating sort of sounds that they make. I can relate to that. I used to collect, for a little while, I used to collect street light fixtures myself. I even used to buy them brand new. So I can relate to that shit. I do like LED street lights. We got them out here. You can just see them on the pole there. And they're still good. They're not... The thing I like about LED street lights is that they still make them out of good materials like metal. It's amazing the housing has not gone plasticky, and that is really good, because I really do like the LED street lights. I really appreciate them, but basically, I know a lot of people hate them, and I can understand that. There's nothing like sodium vapor, high pressure sodium, the orange lamps, the low pressure sodium, the yellow lamps, the white ones that were mercury vapor and metal halide, all those powerful lights that guzzle lots of power and lots of energy, but there's nothing like the character that they have. And LED just comes across as something to these people I do believe is wussy. It's wussy. It's like the difference between a car enthusiast who typically would love petrol head, as opposed to someone who drive a Tesla. It's not everyone's going to enjoy the phasing out of petroleum or gas or petrol, whatever you want to call it, whatever name it goes by. There's going to be a lot of unhappy people who are going to hate the EV or the electric vehicle becoming the only way to go. So it's going to hurt a lot of these people. That's the thing. Progress often hurts, folks. It really hurts. It kills. It can hurt. You love something that much, especially when you've grown up with it. Like a lot of these people in the lighting game, including myself, have grown up with fluorescent fittings. That's what we've known all our lives. That these fittings have been around since we were knee-high to a bloody grasshopper. And we just don't know anything. And to have them taken away, even though I'm not a practicing light enthusiast now, I don't collect anything. I do take pictures of street lights from time to time, but basically I'm more of a toner head. I'm a photocopier nerd, and basically, I consider it very fortunate that I'm a photocopier nerd, because there'll always be a need for photocopiers, folks. I know a lot of people talked about the paperless office back in 2013. They were talking about it in Google. Google was considering it, and this was a while back, and look, we still have photocopiers, folks. So I've been through that feeling of my future and my passion for photocopiers being under threat, but I know I'm very optimistic about my future. I have the desire to rebuild the photocopier from scratch to make it a more viable piece of equipment, a more versatile and a more easier to use and a more environmentally friendly piece of equipment. That's because when we talk about people, they're trying to phase out fluorescent tubes and lights and globes, right, and discharge lamps, and basically, but we have a pollution problem with our electronic waste, and only 12% of it gets recycled. Less than 12%, I read somewhere, and basically that's a problem. So it seems pointless banning all these light fittings or should I say light sources, when they should be trying to concentrate on other areas of pollution. And these poor light enthusiasts, I feel sorry for them, folks. I honestly do. I feel fucking sorry that they're going to lose their favourite lighting. It's going to be collectibles then. These tubes and fixtures and shit. Oh, of course you can convert your fluoro fittings to LED quite easily, but it's not the same as for these people. These plastic tubes that LEDs are, they're like an insult. They're not the real thing. They look similar, they have a similar tubular shape, but they're not fluorescent, and fluorescent is what these people really love. I know it's progress, I know we have to do it, the environment needs what it can get, but I do feel fucking sorry for these people, folks. These poor enthusiasts who just love their fucking tubes and ballasts and starters and shit, bathroom fittings that hum like fucking buggery and make buzzing noises when they come on, and the clickety-click or the ding sounds that they make. There's nothing like it, folks. Nothing like the sound of fluoro starting up. So, and that's come up looking really quite a treat. I think we can now call this demo quits.